Oh shit! Can they hear me?
Okay, there it goes.
Cool.
As I was about to say, as I was done shooting my foot off, I'm gonna back up the truck and make sure I roll over my foot.
Times do you get a false start of that? Like, are you sure?
Yeah, no. I'm not. No, God's not gonna help me out. I'm gonna make sure I run my foot over now.
God's like, holy crap! I can't believe he. Yeah. Actually, okay.
All right. So, anyways, there's a podcast out there called Augie RFC. Good show, good guy. But he retweets Monkey Jones going, Tonka's shit, Augie RFC's #1. And my thought was, wait, you wanted to be lumped in? Yeah, this is the same guy who chose Lou the Kitty over Sheep over
no, your brand's in the tank. I'd be doing you a favor by taking this endorsement. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I'd rather pay Monkey Jones to pick the other guy than me, as far as I'm concerned.
I feel like, can you say the other guy's cool if you really want to do me a solid?
Yes. Jesus, I know.
Okay, like I can't imagine being in that. Well, me personally, I couldn't imagine being in that.
I want to
position.
I want to be clear. I'm not personally out to get Monkey. I just, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think his endorsement's worth shit.
No, I was just saying, like, you've seen what he can do to his own brand.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So, no.
All right. So.
Yeah.
We'll get back to where we were a minute ago. Let's see.
So what is this Gap person?
All right. So
all right. Yeah, it's perfect. Great. Excellent.
Oh, actually, as a matter of fact, here I'm going to play the clip of the the thing in question, so no one accuses me of misquoting Mr. Jones. Or if I do, we'll fix that in a minute. But here we go. Here's our boy Monkey.
Oh dear.
After Hours is better than Tonka Radio.
Yeah, your opinion is shit.
Yeah,
it's
that's
shit. Not taking the piss out of Augie. Just saying.
No, and I just like.
All right, back.
I hate seeing acoustic treatment like placed up in that way. Like it's just. That's not doing anything.
For example, there's this stream here, which is down here in the comment section. This is Null from Kiwi Farms. He's like the head admin, and Gab has been on like this big, massive, like fucking due to reasons. They got fed up. They threw all the porn off their website. Originally, they just banned like Lully and Shota, and they just said, "Fuck it, we're getting rid of all of it." And now they're trying to play it as if, well, it was a religious thing, and we've always felt that way.
We never were down to clown with all that gross, horny stuff you guys have been doing. Why don't you check your horny level? This is Gab here, guys.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
So and then I asked someone else replied and said, I was like, hey, look, does Gab already have a Kiwi Farms page? And they're like, you bet they do. And I was like, okay, so let's look at this. Gab AI is run by some fat dipshit who makes Periscope videos where he literally is walking around in his backyard panting and huffing and crying about censorship. I hope we get to see some of those videos today. Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It started off as a asset flip of an open source PHP project found on GitHub, and now a $1 million startup company which did meet its $1 million goal of private funding a few months ago. It aims to be a free speech Twitter alternative, but is already banning racist and has added not safe for work Lickbox to comply with Apple Store's rules because apparently they think it should be making Apple apps instead of just using web browsers. One sec, let me.
Okay.
So here.
So they want to sell their Apple app, and they want they want to be in guidelines with the bigger money. Okay.
So addressing the banning racist comments. If you go to my YouTube channel and find my Gab on like the thing up there, or in the about, you could see that Anthony Aguilar has said many colorful things that would not fly on Twitter on Gab, and he is still there. Perhaps
honestly, your avatar is almost a racist joke right now.
What, me?
Yeah.
You mean Ralph?
Yeah.
I think Ralph would be cool with it.
No, I mean, like, like that. There's someone who said way more. Like,
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
yeah. Like,
For
we
anybody who
all
wants to know
know
what he's talking about.
Anthony has his tongue planted firmly in his cheek on issues of race. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna unpack this or do or say the right thing ever.
Well, as much as I have to.
Like right now, yeah, as much as you have to.
Yes. The minute I could go stream a BitChute, you'll be hearing a lot of things that you don't hear on YouTube on a regular basis.
Yeah, he's gonna drop some bombs.
Yes.
Let's say.
Let's see. It felt like an It-chan pitfall right off the fucking bat by making itself an extremist alternative to an existing service. So instead of being the free speech right,
favorite swear word all the time.
Yeah, it really is where pedophilia and Nazis go to scream about what they don't like, making itself utterly appealing to normal users who would stabilize the platform. I would go into more detail, but I'm pulling more effort into making a thread than they do into making the website. This sums it up. Damn, Null. It's no chill today.
I mean, it's makes business sense, but yeah.
They like bullfitting, government regulations, leftard here. I don't think I've ever really gotten into a discussion on Gab. It's like, if you're like, oh, I guess I need to go see like Razor Fist or Sargon talk or some shit like that. So anyways.
Well, me, like I'm on as few freaking social media apps as possible.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, Brony Inspector lives off the grid. He's a space Ronin that lives by his own rules.
Plays by my own rules.
Yes, sir. There's an extremely petty reason for making a thread. How much of a reason behind this thread was actually Null's anger at a clown getting $5 off open source software? Not him. Oh, okay, wow. I'm not tearing apart Null. Nice guy. Moving along. I'd like to attempt to make a free speech social media, but sticking point is now preventing it from becoming an alternative hug box. You know what? Let's skip right to the movie.
Is it like, do we think porn is free speech?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
No, I don't think porn is free speech. However, with that said, perhaps you should get on your private account, not called Gab, and make that speech on your own goddamn merit instead of having your own goddamn company stand behind it. Now,
right.
Just for an example, I've popped on my Analysis Daily Twitter account to talk shit, but that's only because my main account will be like fucking suspended for 12 hours. Not because I want to stand behind any kind of credibility I built up on that channel, which was fairly relatively decent to the channel size. I hadn't usually used that one to shit talk, but let's go on here.
Well,
yeah, it's been known to happen, but far less than the main Twitter account. Yeah,
that is not my shit talking account.
Yeah, it hasn't been suspended yet at all. It hasn't gotten any timeouts, so I'm going to say probably far later.
That's so funny. I have multiple YouTube accounts, some of which I'm like, well, depends on the kind of comment I'm going to leave, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So, anyways. Let me just look back at the chat here. What's up, guys? Okay. Lord and Lives. Oh boy. Okay, so let's get back to it. Get back to the farm. They would have only been concerned if the federal government did it. It would make concern that the federal government would have taken the power of the states. States would have did make regulations, though only just your conscience ignoring the fact that not one of the founding fathers of our country. Oh God, we're gonna get into a huge ass fucking constitutional discussion here. Pretend that pornography is speech. What do you think, Brony Inspector? Is pornography speech?
I think that we've actually, I believe that the Larry Flint, the People versus Larry Flint, determined that it is. So, as far as the law is concerned, I'm pretty sure that that's been, yeah.
Well, that's
you can make as much horny media as you want, and you are within your right of speech to do that.
Yeah. Well, hold it. Who's giving
just
us?
according to do I think it should be? I don't know.
That's you, Kayla. You might want to mute.
What?
I'm hearing it in the background every time somebody talks, so you're gonna knock that shit off. So
it's just me.
No, I literally looked up and watched the screen. It was Kayla. I saw it flash.
I'm gonna put my cans on just to make sure that that's not me.
No, when you. So.
Well, I'm just
Well,
gonna make sure.
But as for the people versus Larry Flint, I must admit I am ignoramus. I watched the movie. That's the extent of knowledge I have on it. But he
well,
got
the movie
arrested.
the movie pretty much clears that up, right?
Yeah.
He was,
here's what I want to state about that though.
yeah.
He would go out, try and sell his own magazines, and then get arrested. As I'm assuming that they, either that be at the state level, and then it was ruled that. But Gab isn't like banning them based off of law. They're basing it off of their platform.
Policy,
correct?
yeah.
Yes.
Just policy.
No, I
which in and
understand
of
that's very
itself-
obnoxious. Yeah.
Okay. A company who is letting you use their service for free has speech rights just like you do, and if it's their speech we're talking about, then
Yeah.
Gab is protected with the same thing to do and say whatever they want. Like if we're going to use the speech argument, then Gab is the one who's who is in the position to take the legal.
But
statement
at
of
the
it.
same time, I also understand why it looks really stupid and lame. The
Oh
Gab
yeah,
is
no,
out there.
it makes like you know what the citizens of the internet love more than anything?
What?
People who say one thing and then do something antithetical to that. That's
Yeah.
their favorite. Oh man, that's how you win friends with the citizens of the internet. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
if Gab were getting bullied and just, these trolls are just driving me to drink and we had to ban the porn, please take pity on me.
Please
And I'd have been like, oh, Gab, I'm so sorry.
Poor Gab. Oh
let me
my God.
send you some money. Here's $1. But no, you're
I gave Gab over $5 in the course of the last couple of years.
Yeah, but-
Man, I hope they work. I hope that whole thing works itself out. It's crazy.
Oh,
Like, yeah,
Jesus. Let's see.
right. Well, once again, but I guess the people of the internet, ourselves included, are we're not that. It's not that hard to work us and get us to do the thing without you.
All right, Brody. As much as it hate, part of freedom of expression, is part of the First
Being as
Amendment.
horny as you want on the internet.
But if I
apparently.
remember, part of that ruling was that one of the judges wound up making the remark, "I know obscenity is when I see it," wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's,
You know it when you see it, and that's the default law. That is the default. Like, yeah, you know it when you see it,
we'll sum it up. Everyone likes
and
titties
at the
except
very
for-
least, like it should be you can regulate this a little more. Put a little more work into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how much crazy porn was on Gab, you think? A lot, probably?
I actually, honest to God, and this isn't Anthony being a Puritan or ashamed to say he watches porn. I go to hentai on the regular. Absolutely. I've never gone to Gab for porn.
Right. See, I guess I'm just
I've
one of those
peeked.
guys.
Yeah, I did it when we were talking about. I'm like, is there porn on BitChute and Minds? A little bit. Is it?
I can't imagine
There's a
going to my social media feed to get porn. Well, I guess
Hold
there's
it.
a lot of Discord chats,
hold it,
though.
hold it. Tumblr used to be a good source of porn.
That's
It used to be.
so I understand.
Yeah.
So I understand.
Twitter. I mean, if you like weird furry porn, especially after Tumblr banned it, you can find a lot of it on Twitter.
So So we assume there's probably a lot of porno on Gab too.
Well, there would have been.
There would have been. There's not.
Well,
there
there
ain't
isn't-
gonna be no mo.
but there isn't a shit ton of people. Well, it felt like there wasn't a shit ton of people on Gab. I don't think I've ever really gotten into an argument or a discussion. I'd find a funny meme and like, here's a retweet. Okay, I've put in my customary 10 posts for the month. I've done my job. Can I get a gold star, Carl? Did I do my job to help out to being an alternative?
3 more and you get a free sub or whatever. Yeah.
I used to like Minds because you used to like hit this like refresh button and they would give you so many points to promote your post and you could like it would get so much traction. I don't know if it really worked, but it gave me the placebo effect and they took that
felt
away.
good. It made you feel really good. It was like playing slots or something.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, there was a pay option, but I didn't bother. So
No.
All right. So can
You
someone
got a little thing that'll spit numbers back at you, like, oh boy.
So let's see. Can someone tell this boomer that No Net November is over and you can cool it with the anti-porn coomer stuff now?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you removed your sinful pornography from a wholesome website that has people celebrating Nazi death camps, and you can now relax in your erotic
that's good.
joy. Here, respond to your obsessive joke about anime titties. Seriously, I'd like to give a shout out to Steph for some odd reason right now. Anyways, the Gab trend
Right.
still.
Well, hold on. What is there something wrong in your life that some anime titties can't make? Like nothing that bad. Like you got to be in serious crisis for anime titties to not be the answer.
Is anyone else
sorry?
Is anyone else picturing like fucking goddamn like Brony Inspector with a top hat and a cane? Like hugging a fucking Daki in one arm. There's nothing that anime titties can't fix.
Those anime titties won't fix.
Especially if you plop down $100 for one of Waffle Wish's top tier Dakis.
Why if one of these fine 4-way tricot, full stretch, high resolution printed Dakis doesn't, just makes the night a little shorter. Makes the night a little longer, if you know what I mean.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Wrong. It's not a libertarian solution. Being against porn is conservative. Big government regulation is not a cover. Is being against porn a libertarian solution?
I mean, I don't know. Fucking, like...
I would need Rocky.
From what I understand, staying off my lawn is the only libertarian solution that exists. So
yeah, that's kind of what I went with for the thumbnail.
Yeah, I guess.
Joke about anime titties, seriously. This guy's stupidity is limitless. He's already a failure of a site with a silver of a niche of an audience, and now he's pissing off some large chunk of people willing to participate in this shithole platform over this amount of SJW shit. Oh, we went there already.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, is banning porn a social justice thing? Is porn exploitative? I mean, if it's just anime titties, who's that exploiting? I'm confused.
I thought fucking liberals were pro-porn. Weren't they?
I don't know, man. I can't tell anymore. That's a fucking good question.
Well, I would assume that artists would fucking goddamn be, liberal and,
I would think
who would
that
draw
all
the porn.
people I know
artists.
who draw porn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I can't think of one, like, I know, that's not, you know what, that is not fair. Like, I know a few conservatives who also draw porn.
Yes.
So I don't think that this is something that's actually fallen under ideological terms up until we decided, like, well, this needs to be something that platforms ban or don't ban. Like, as soon as the platforms start banning it, weirdly enough, we start talking about porn on ideological terms because, like, we want this answer where we go, like, well, clearly it was their conservative beliefs that made them want to ban the porn, or clearly it was their libertarian beliefs that made them want to ban the porn. Clearly it was their desire for left-wing social justice that made them want to ban the porn. Like, we want that answer to be there, but I really don't think it works like that. Or not from the people who I know who draw porn. Like, it's a good mix of people. I mean, predominantly, I would say that probably the people who, well, mostly left-leaning, but then not, like, then a few that I can think of, really not. So I can't attribute this to one type of political group at all.
All right, so before I look at these archive links, which maybe it's this guy who used to like porn, I'm going to have to blank the screen, everybody, so bear with me 1 second. I don't want to just go all willy-nilly into this. Let's see. Loading. Okay, now, you know what, I'm going to just chance it from now on. Pornography is not speech any more than flag burning is, regardless of the tortured interpretation of the First Amendment by the Supreme Court over the years in an attempt to protect certain activities by classifying them as speech. I am not a big fan
Didn't
of
they
people.
make that Simpsons joke about flag burning being? Why don't they just make a law about flag burning? I'm an amendment to be, an amendment to be.
If you want me to disagree with that, maybe you. Well, I don't know why you made him sound like Blake
There's
Diamond.
a lot of flag burners who got too much freedom. I want to make it legal for policemen to beat them. But there's limits to our liberty. At least I hope and pray that there are, because these liberal freaks go too far. Damn it, Lisa, we need another Vietnam. Thin out their ranks a little.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at this next
classic. Yeah, well, that law would be unconstitutional.
one.
If we
PayPal.
make a law against flag burning.
All right, so I think I was bringing this up earlier, different time. Porn is canceled. PayPal cuts off an over 100,000 Pornhub performers. What?
Yeah, no doubt.
Well,
yeah.
Here's what I'm confused about. Why do you care? It's Pornhub. Like it's not your platform, motherfucker. Like why are you getting in their business? And
Wait. So he's like tweeting about like, can you believe people are cutting porn off of platforms?
No,
and now he's doing it.
No, he's like porn is canceled. Like he's all happy about it, and I'm like, could you even like sign up to Gab services with fucking goddamn PayPal? You know what? I'm gonna blank the screen and go look real quick.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let me take a look.
I mean, I could use my PayPal MasterCard and fucking sign up for whatever I want. So yeah.
Let's see, Gab. Let me take a looky-loo. Fuck. Where the fuck do I buy shit?
What do I even buy anything anymore for?
Groups, notifications, homes. There's got to be some fucking Gab premium bullshit. I could swear I saw it one time, and I was like, "That's really cheap." It's because nobody's on the plan. Oh, upgrade to Gab Pro. Okay. Let's take a look here. Okay, I'm just gonna click Gab.
I need you to suck up to PayPal.
No, I want to see if you can.
No, I
All right.
Like-
All right, so let's see. No. And as a matter of fact, let's unblank the screen. Bunk. Accepted payment types.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. Fucking $1 per month, lifetime, Patriot. I don't see
Web,
PayPal.
Dark web, Bitcoin.
Look. God.
Boy, I sure hope no one catches me buying any porno with my Bitcoin.
Well, here's the problem. Well, here's the whole reason why I fucking don't like bother with fucking Bitcoin. You have to link it directly to your bank account.
Yeah.
And no.
I sure hope I don't get caught buying any internet porno with my Bitcoin.
Well, if you
I
want...
sure hope I don't end up like Ted Cruz and my secret porn Twitter account gets discovered.
Well, hold it.
No,
That's not what happened to Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz on his official Twitter account tweeted about porn, and it was allegedly a disgruntled intern, quote unquote. That's the.
He's also the Zodiac killer. I don't know why we're talking about Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz
Well,
would never. Ted
it
Cruz
might
would
not
never be
necessarily have
satisfied
been-
with the blood of 5 individuals.
Yeah.
It might not necessarily have been Ted Cruz, but I do remember recently
Insatiable
reading about a
Murder.
well-known politician who had a secret Twitter account with some stupid, crazy name that was like mostly porn.
Dude was like, I'm the everyman politician. I got porno. Look at my Ted Cruz's posts anime titties and everyone cares. He admits to being the Zodiac killer and no one gives a shit.
Okay. Oh, he's arguing with like some kind of weeaboo thing here. Let's see. Shilling in the streets is a form of expression. Yes, it's illegal. Weird. Gab, we love freedom of speech. Also, Gab, we also don't allow not safe for work content in all our platforms. Porn. Porn isn't freedom of speech.
Oh no.
Oh, here comes the weeaboo avatars.
Some could argue porn is freedom of expression.
Yeah. No, I'll absolutely say it's freedom of expression. Now, I guess, and here's the thing is, a Gab can absolutely sit there and say, we're a private thing, you know, we can totally police
They can have Gab's freedom of expression could be to ban porn. That's within their right. I don't know what the issue.
Let me be completely clear. I appreciate the fact that I could go on Gab and scream at absolutely no one the N-word, because no one's there to hear it. But
Damn.
yeah, and I've literally put it on Gab and then like sent it to people like Farlito on Twitter and be like, hey, look, this is what I think of you, and they've gotten really pissed off about it and kept me from getting banned on Twitter. And for that, I thank Gab, but I could also do that on Minds, who kind of allows adult content. Let's see, Gab likes freedom of speech expression, blah, 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 blah. I guess we'll move on to the next one. You were saying, Elf?
I wasn't saying anything. I literally muted myself so I can stomp a shoe against the floor.
Okay. I guess we'll get back to the thread since I've more or less... Why can't we have nice things? I liked the fucking goddamn the concept of Gab, but I never like. If I really need to hear what Infowars has to say, I could just go to BitChute and watch their stream there. There's like, what exactly does Gab bring to the table even before this that I couldn't have found on other platforms?
It's an alternative platform in case you don't want to use the other ones.
I mean,
Anthony, you're supposed to be in favor of alternative platforms.
I absolutely am, but I'm just saying, like, I can get everything I want out of Minds far better than I can Gab. And
oh, you're saying like your alternative better have some benefit, otherwise it's just us like, let me go stand it with my ass in the wind with nothing protecting me. Yeah, perfect. Oh boy. Yeah.
I mean, again, I do appreciate being able to be as ignorant and belligerent as I really want to. But I mean, there's a trade-off.
That's not. Yeah, is that really doing anything for your brand at the end of the day?
Yeah. Like, let's say I'm Carl Benjamin and an alt-writer is owning me in a discussion. I want to send gay porn at him like fucking Sargon does. You can't do that anymore.
Oh, you never sent me any gay porn.
Well, she had to own him in a discussion first. It's kind of a tip, I guess.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
How bad do I have to piss you off to get the gay porn, Anthony?
Oh Lord have mercy.
Let's see, what's this group?
Or is it how badly do you have to piss off the elf?
All right.
I don't know, Elf. I'm not. I would. Oh, I really. No, I don't need any more of those videos, Elf.
Go.
I know what you're gonna send me, and I don't want it.
So here, I'm reading this. Go stuff yourself with another mouthful of Amy's cheesecake, which you eat right out of her rancid snatch. You tubby midget. You don't run the... What the hell is the Fediverse? You are nobody in the Fediverse. What the fuck is that? Same as your life and you're dedicated...
The fettuccine universe, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing with this, like, this is one of those things where we're going to seem like completely, like, ignorant to some internet thing that a bunch of internet bros are going to be like, yeah, they don't even know what the Fediverse is.
Yeah.
Why are they streaming about this? Like, anyone in chat? Yeah.
Now, let me ask this question.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good, that's yours. So, anyways, if anybody knows about a real cool place to bullshit and shitpost on Gab, I'm prepared to be wrong. You just send me that link. Then I'll probably have to stop streaming because I won't be able to show that on here. Anyways, let's see. Decided to fit over decision. Your absolute cowards at F-Droid are going to refuse to host Gab's app. We're just going to fork them to fork you. Oh, you're posting on Twitter. You can't say fuck. Aw. Anyways. You notice that they post all these things on Twitter, but not their website, as far as I could tell. Or maybe they do and nobody sees it. The only place I've ever
Did you just say no, Pony?
No.
Oh, that would have been awesome if he did, though.
No.
I heard no Pony season.
I didn't
Well,
hear
then
him
you need
say
to go
no
back and
pony.
listen to the stream and isolate
I wish
it.
he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the elf was waiting to trick
Isolate
me.
audio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Nope. I am not that guy. I am not Arya
Yes,
Diamond.
you are.
Nope. I wrote the thread mentioned where the Gab wants to jump a new height. Drudge. Sticks vlogged about them. How is he a lol cow? Anyways. Skipping ahead. Seeing if there's anything else new.
Cool.
Free speech unless I don't like it. Our cancerous networks. To be fair, I think that's another reason why I probably couldn't have one of these websites. Did you have to tolerate all the porn that's legal? Because there's a lot of weird shit porn out there.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. I mean, surely we all know a furry that, just like imagine having to be like, oh, we heard you had a website.
Oh my
Let me
god.
just mosey my ass
hello.
over there.
Hi, I heard you guys had a website, and I was really hoping that I could, sign up and just post some art and post some of my friends' art, and it'd just be fun, fun, good, cool, good, fun stuff. Hey, you can't ban porn. That's sometimes like people's favorite art that they look at. So, yeah, it's just bad.
Oh shit. I don't think that was anything. Let me just blank the screen to make sure. I think I'm probably gonna get out of this thread in a minute. No, but it was close. So I think I've had about enough of where we're gonna stop going through the farm until we, we might find something in the
That's the overly apologetic furry guy.
I know.
Really just think it's better if everyone just has a little fun with everything, and
Oh,
everyone's
sweet
like,
Jesus.
really horny all the time. It's good because there aren't laws against being horny. Yeah.
Wow.
Stay catchphrase, everyone.
It sounds like an even more limp-wristed version of the burning donut.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, that's so every furry. So every furry commenting on things, then I guess.
Damn.
Oh,
Take
fuck.
away my porn. That's my fetish.
So what's
Hey, you can't take porn away. What if that's your fetish?
what if
Oh,
taking
that logic.
What
That
if-
logic.
what if taking porn away is their fetish?
Don't kink
What if-
shame
okay,
me, but what
but
if kink
what
shaming
if-
is my
wait, yeah.
kink?
What if taking porn away from people is my fetish? It just, makes me feel so horny on the inside when I think that someone else can't look at their porn.
Isn't that cucking kind of
If
sort
you
of?
porn-
That's the
if you
most
porn
just
porn, that's your fetish.
saddest
That's
well,
like
I
the
wish I could
ultimate
cuck
version of
someone,
kink
but I can't. So I'm just gonna take all their porn away at once, and I can do that.
Kink shaming.
That's
is, I think.
that's called the long cuck right there. That's amazing, Anthony.
I forgot where
I'm
I saw
sorry,
this.
Miss Chad, but what room do you have to
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say where.
Motherfucking Christ. God, gee.
So getting
That's-
back, I forgot. I think I saw this on Twitter once where someone said,
Every single time.
"Thank you, Kayla."
It never ends.
Kayla, shut up.
Yeah, what is Kayla doing that was so important?
Wow.
I called Kayla Mrs. Chad, and
Oh.
they started to read.
Oh Jesus.
Oh.
Okay. Ree.
Was
Have,
Mrs. Chad saying something?
have you settled down with that fine young strapping gentleman who was going to
Oh,
make an?
God damn it.
No?
How is that? How are you and that young man?
He wants a little black cream in his coffee or whatever that goes.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure if
You
you
can't
got
resist
that
this,
right,
Kayla.
Anthony, but yeah, they're just looking for.
It's been immortalized on the internet. Just enjoy it and go with the flow. It'll disappear if you don't react.
Wait a minute, Kayla. You know, I'll have to run this by the Council of Ricks and not do this in stream. There's a gentleman who just became single lately, and maybe Kayla might just be the woes for this man's heart.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
let's
Oh,
not.
I think we might have the answer here, Anthony.
I think that guy might beat the shit out of me.
He's got that handsome face of his. Yeah, I
No,
like this
I'm not
idea
gonna share it
a
in
lot.
stream, but I actually saw fucking Mal's picture the other day, and he doesn't look creepy as hell.
No.
I thought he would. I was picturing he'd have he'd
I always just picture him as the super pale version, white version of you, Anthony, but he still has that really curly hair, but it's badly dyed
Fantastic.
black.
He does look better than Blake Diamond, I'll tell you that right now.
Blake
That's
was
not
not.
a high,
Yeah, that's
thing
not.
to
That's
reach,
not
though.
a thing to like. Blake was not that hot. Yeah, like, just
Not that
hot
hot.
or not with Blake. I'm just like.
So you'd say he's about 2 6-packs. Is that what you're saying, Bernie?
Blake needs to go,
Damn.
Blake needs to go clean his ass. He makes me never want to go do anything gay ever again. That's how unattractive Blake is to me.
Oh.
Big old creep.
Yeah, no, Blake is no, no, no.
I'm just
I'm good.
I'm looking for that last can of White Claw now. Oh,
No,
fuck.
it's like I was
I heard
like,
White
oh
Claws.
shit. No, I'm like, yep. Good thing I bought 2 big old cans of Truly today.
I got it. Nice. I found it. For anybody who's looking for a soft, unoffensive alcoholic buzz that'll just sneak up on you, White
Yeah.
Claw, Black Cherry.
White Claw, guys. Truly White Claw. Any of that hard seltzer. Pabst made a hard seltzer now, which is 7%, and that shit's like, I'm like, well, it doesn't even sneak. It's just,
Damn.
yeah, you can't get the big 32-ounce can of that. It's in the pint can, so I'm like, okay, I am paying more for brand name on that one, which I'm like, damn, Pabst, that is not you. You are not the guys who would charge more just for the brand, but I guess they are now.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Anheuser-Busch or InBev or whatever fucking stupid company owns them now. Fucking everything. Doing everything right while simultaneously fucking everything up.
The world of the corporate interest right there, my friend.
No, but they could sell a product I would buy no matter what.
So
That like corporate interest didn't. That's not a fucking Rubik's cube. That's easy for them to figure out. Like.
So I was about to say, last night I actually had my first dream about Rouge, and we were at a convention.
Oh.
And it didn't occur to
Oh,
me till
that's
just
sweet.
now. I was like, wait a minute. I was at a can with Rouge, but Brony Inspector wasn't around. Now I feel bad.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna stay the fuck out of the way at BabsCon, dude. You're not even that's that thing. Like I don't. And this is one of those things where like being a couple's cool. Being a couple at a con like that first for that first time where like you haven't been to a con as a couple yet.
I want to stand
Oh,
next
man,
to all
like-
the needy single people.
Oh no! Like
Yes.
like, we
And
just
I
walk
want to
around
definitely
together
like when
some more?
they're
I don't
looking
know.
really insecure and sad, put my arm around Rouge and like
Right,
start doing like
no.
lovey-dovey talk the whole
Right.
time.
No, like, should we walk around just like together some more? It made him crazy. It made them all so crazy. Like,
Damn,
God,
that's
it feels
fucking
good.
brutal.
Let's do it again.
Holy shit.
let's do it again. Like, hold on, I need a drink. Yeah, let's get a drink. Hold on. Holy shit, did you see that? They were peeing their pants out there, Anthony. Peeing their pants.
I just took a swig the minute you did that. Mm.
Yeah, you haven't. Yeah, this is oh crap, was that FNGR? Oh crap, was that FNGR with a girlfriend? like,
Just fight. Just 10
Like-
feet behind them, there's the elf.
like I was like I remember just like sitting at the docky booth and being like, oh fuck, where the fuck did FNGR go? I needed to sit, like I just like mentioned you because I was like looking for you something, and, like some random dude shopping for dockies was like, oh no, FNGR's not here, is he? I'm like, yeah, he's my homie. He's staying in my room. What do you mean he's not here? Well, like,
Probably
what are you
Armada.
afraid of?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like,
I love how people are like
just, like,
afraid
you know,
of you.
Who are
Like-
like into the drama. I'm like, no, it ain't like that.
I gotta give credit for one thing. When we were doing Hateful stream the other day, he was going through like his pedophile list, and I was like, you gotta take Armada off there. That was only 2 years apart.
Yeah,
And it's not because I like the guy. I totally don't. I'm just being fair.
trying to cross every I and dot every T.
16 to 18. Sorry, that's not a big enough gap.
Did they go to the same fucking high school? Yeah, really.
Well, I don't know
Fuck.
about all that. But...
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, if they did, you definitely wouldn't give a shit.
Well, okay, so Here's why that's kind of
Well, the
scummy. Now,
freshman would be like,
I can't believe she's dating a senior. She thinks she's so much better than us.
okay,
I
so
hate her.
like that
So
is some high school bullshit.
I'll explain why it's scummy, without trying to say the girl's name. Said person was up Schitt's Creek, you know, was willing to turn to any port in a storm because things are going bad, and this guy, you know, didn't exactly have a
this
port.
was the dark. This is the dark period.
No,
For real.
No, this isn't the midget goblin thing. No.
I'm like, my penis is a goblin. Can you lift my penis curse? I'm like, no,
What the fuck are you talking about, Brony?
I don't know. Like,
I know exactly what he's talking about.
Well, I'm trying to take the moral high ground, and the only reason I brought it up is because, like I said, Armada's fucking name was on a list, and I had to get it off there, and I was all happy that I was like, yeah, we addressed that. Good. We kept that from becoming a problem.
that.
Yes.
FDR doesn't go around accusing people of things willy-nilly.
Yes.
Yeah, Anthony gets evidence first, and then says
Well,
allegedly.
Or alternatively,
You could get yourself in trouble by going around saying I do nothing but allegations. That pisses people off too.
yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
I remember
do that all day.
I remember
Porn
Augie getting
is
pissed off at Unfunniest, where he's like, "You
party
literally all
speech.
your videos are just allegations," and he's
Party
like, "Yeah, but I'm saying they're allegations." I was like, "Might want to go a little bit more in that."
As the communication of information through one's voice, this happens in porn, right? And if we're going with that, and like as you always say, like, well, if we're going with that definition, and I like your definition there, Shelley, then it's the guy who runs this website's exercise of speech to also ban whatever he wants. So it's that argument is definitely a two-way street in this instance.
Personally, I just think that they should have a porn section. I mean, maybe you could have porn toggled off and on or some shit like that.
Dude, a porn switch. I wish I had one of those.
Go porn switch.
Now I'm okay with porn, and now I'm not.
Yeah, like imagine if
Like
you
have a thing so if you're an under 18 user, it just automatically toggles porn.
yeah, or like maybe on like imagine that's.
I
came up with this like sort of
all
unrelated.
night.
You know how like people sometimes that you have like certain people in your subscription feeds who only do like 1 or 2 videos a year.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hold
toggle.
that thought, Brony, before you start singing here. Now,
Yeah.
if you were able to chop up your subscriptions in multiple fucking layers, I can't see why you can't like maybe separate like censors. That would be kind of cool. There's a lot of things that could be implemented on some of these fucking websites,
There's
especially
plenty of these platforms who don't seem to do this, and it seems like AOL figured this out in 1996, so I don't know why you guys are having such a fucking hard time with it. There's shit on our platform that you can't use if we don't want you to. Problem solved. Like, you can get locked out. They could actively put more effort into locking you out of shit that was fucking whatever they deem. Doesn't matter what. Like the tools are there. It's silly that they don't. It seems like it would solve so many of their fucking issues.
So, people are silly. That's the
Agreed.
answer to this.
Agreed.
People are just silly.
That's a very safe way of talking about it.
Yeah.
Hi, Riddle. It's always good to see you. Bernie Inspector wants some of your squishy art.
Yes.
Can you get him a little squishy Bernie Inspector with a squishy docky?
Like hitting a bong or something. Yeah, with a docky. Yeah, it doesn't like.
That'd be epic.
Yep, maybe hit him hitting Rouge over the head with a giant squishy freaking docky or something.
The docky has to be a
Just everyone doing a docky fight, that would be fucking just too much, right there.
If everyone's
all
doing
have
a docky
each other's
fight, Anthony must
characters
wield a
on
Rouge
the
docky, and
docky.
Rouge must wield an Anthony
No.
docky.
Rouge has Rouge has an Anthony docky. Anthony has a Rouge docky, and I have a docky that's Anthony and Rouge on it. It's like the KP docky, but it's Rouge and Anthony. So on the Rouge side, it has it holding an Anthony docky,
So,
and on the Anthony side, the Anthony's holding a Rouge docky.
So I have
And then I have a third docky that's just a picture of you holding the Rouge and Anthony docky.
So, well, hold it. I have to keep embarrassing Rouge here. So hold it. Do you have like a pony Harlequin maybe that I could send to Rouge for like Christmas? No?
Oh man. Oh man. Like, I still like. I'm like, oh god, her Quinbo Dash that never got a docky made of it. Holy shit.
Quinbo. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's a classic.
What's that? Like, is it like Rainbow Dash?
That's Rainbow Dash dressed as Harley Quinn.
I would be surprised that Rainbow Dash would be the Harley Quinn.
It's from that 5-hour Rainbow Dash Presents that Dawn Somewhere did. Like you have to sit through this whole thing to get to it, but that's a dank.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm actually going to blank my screen so I could bug one of my preferred artists really quick. I just realized I have some troll art.
I need a Harley Quinn. I need a Rouge. I need a Rouge Quinn, and it's gonna be good.
That'd be epic.
Who's Harley Quinn? Well, who's the Joker? Or am I looking at him? If she's Harley Quinn, then who's the Joker?
All right, so here, let me.
Well, some people think Anthony's a Joker.
I actually got like some Harley Quinn was like really being clingy with a friend of mine at a con. Like he wanted to get rid of this person, but they were hanging out with them the whole time. And like they came up to me at the con, and I did that exact. I'm like, nice Harley Quinn. But where's the Joker? Or am I looking at him?
Drops Mike.
It was like, Inspector, shut the fuck up right now. He wanted out of there so bad.
There's some kind of new app or something on Twitter where people put it in and they get like some kind of monster girl. So Kichi,
oh wow!
Yeah, Kichi got this thing, mysterious succubus, 175 centimeters in height. They have long curly blonde hair and purple eyes. Their bust would fit a G cup, and their first encounter was with a chef who slept with. So I turned around.
That's after F.
I turned around to Grace Silvermane and said, "Hey,
Jesus!"
So as a joke, and then Gray's like, "Do you want it?" Yeah. How much? $30. Done. Sold to an American. Sold to a Polish man.
G-Cub.
Yeah. He's like,
sweetie.
Soon as
if anyone has a G-Cup, please go to a chiropractor and a doctor. Get breast reduction surgery. You will die.
Okay, no, I knew someone with F-Cubs, and like.
This is a furry thing there, Elf. Don't ruin it. So anyway.
Yeah, look, I knew someone with F-Cups once, and our whole thought, and like, I would forget her name constantly and be like, F-Cups, and all my friends would be like, yeah, like then they'd say her name and I'd be like, yeah, exactly. Get her to go buy the trim. She'll get a good deal. Like,
You're also really ugly if you have G cups. Okay. Well done.
Right, and people were like, those must be some pendulous boobs. And I was like, Pendulette could make boobs disappear. These ones are very large and imposing. So,
the funny thing is that when I mentioned it to Gray, he's like, I'm picturing that one DWK picture, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
I don't think anyone with boobs that huge wants boobs that huge, but I don't think they, like...
This picture got reduced.
The only people with boobs that big are ones that want them, or ones that specifically go to get them that big in surgery.
Okay.
No, that's
and then they later regret.
It's not necessarily true. I'm sure someone could naturally have G cubs. That's not
I'm saying like the only people who like want them and have them that big are the ones who did them surgically.
Like you were gonna need to get some. Yeah, you're gonna have some back problems, and I remember like
you start getting like pretty bad back problems.
No, my friend F Cubs, and then she was like in her early 20s, and she was like, I'm getting surgery soon. My the back specialist I go to has they were getting them reduced. So I mean,
I probably should go see a back specialist, honestly.
Yeah, but if you're just a mess, I wouldn't go chasing waterfalls on that shit. Yeah. Just more bad news.
Okay.
Well, I mean, currently I have well, my mom and I are pretty sure I have a bit of an lifted rib because of issues with my back.
Oh.
Man, now you're talking about ribs. Now you're making me hungry.
Okay, you're pretty weird there, Brony Inspector.
Well, ribs are delicious.
Alright.
See, now I'm just thinking about barbecue. I'm not even thinking about Elf's health problems anymore.
That's the point.
Damn, that's tough.
Oh, what? Like you wouldn't go for some ribs right now?
I mean, if somebody put them in front of me.
Yeah, see, exactly.
If I had the money and the means, I would go and buy ribs for myself.
Just use your cat's Grubhub account.
I'm not allowed to do that. I did that once and I got grounded for a week.
Phone. Just steal your cat's phone and use their Grubhub.
See, now, his Grubhub
here's the thing. You know why you're going to get caught? Because you're thinking of sending the ribs to your house. You need to send the ribs to my house.
Jesus.
I feel like that would get him in trouble then.
I
Be
don't
like,
give
why
a shit about the cat. I hope the cat gets grounded. I hope the cat has to live outside. I got fucking guys waiting for the moment. I'm like, yeah, he's gigantic. You'll think he's a bobcat when you first see him. I just need him in a fucking burlap sack and on his way to my house. $1,500, quick sell.
And for the person who said Jesus, the cat I own is worth at least $1,000.
Yeah.
So, like, he's expensive.
No, it's like a $5,000. No, like as a kitten. No, as a kitten, they spent $5,000 on this cat. So
Good lord!
wow.
Jesus.
No, Elf's fucking crazy elf mom spent TV money on a fancy ass cat.
My father works in TV. So we can afford to do things like that.
They could do shit like that, and you would too. But that's not the point.
Wow.
I hope you just fucking show up to BabsCon and you're just like, flip, not even counting it. Just like making it rain, buying bottles of champagne for everyone.
I actually might not be able to do that because I'm quitting my job this next coming semester because they don't respect my school schedule and I'm taking 3 classes.
I knew you couldn't hack it.
You chill, Brony. Jesus.
I mean, like, literally, they would schedule me in, like, an hour and a half after my classes start, so I would have to leave an hour into my class to make it to work.
Okay.
Yeah,
that isn't bullshit.
Yeah, and I told them 3 times before I was hired I was a student, and 3 times afterwards. So I'm quitting so I can actually attend my classes.
Oh, wait, I got a super chat here. Why the hell would you buy porn anyways? Maybe you have a personal affinity for a specific actress?
Okay.
I'm just spitballing.
Your significant other is secretly a porn star, and you're actually aware of this, so you're buying all the porn that they star in, so no one else can get it.
They'll just make more.
I know.
Ow.
It's very weird. They always seem to have a lot of money, but they really don't. Because, like, all the money that goes into that comes out from making porn goes back into buy said porn.
Wait.
This is one of Elf's weird elf fantasies.
Oh, Elf has an elf theory on this.
This is exactly the elf theory time.
All right. Elf theory.
Oh my
It's like
God.
game theory, but more magical.
Mm-mm.
And doesn't steal art.
It's not a,
I thought they only did that once or twice.
Yeah, they did, and they made a video about it saying that was on accident and apologized, and when they find out it's a mistake, they correct it as best they can.
Yeah.
But, like, making one little jab once isn't going to murder
Well,
them.
you know what? Here's the thing. Like, I just have an issue. Like, when you're that big and you can afford to get, first-party shit made from whoever, and you don't, I don't know. Like, how was it ever in question? I just wonder.
Okay, so from what I remember, it was a Five Nights at Freddy's thing, and the fan art looked just like the game art. And
Yep.
I saw both side by side.
Oh, damn.
And then there was another one where it was a cover art of another video game that looked like the art style was the same exact, as the original game art, so it could have been another cover art for the same game.
Oh, it's like when people do those like fan-made N64 covers, and they legit look like they could have been for the game, and you really can't. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tough.
Right, and that
Holy
sucks
shit.
because like the artist put all that work into getting it exactly fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wait, but have you ever seen that movie F is for Fake? Orson Welles, absolutely amazing. You know, forgery is a very fine art in and of itself.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Someone just said that's enough theory.
Like Picasso went into a gallery that was fucking selling fake Picassos, and like his assistant is like, these aren't Picassos, and like he just like looked at the art dealer and walked out and went, I guess they are now. Like,
Wow.
of course they aren't. Yeah.
Wow.
Of course they're not. Yeah.
Ask me about the story about the banana on the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, when that $25,000 or some shit for that.
Yeah.
So the guy paid it, and another guy came back in and wrote on it, Epstein didn't kill himself, and the security guard put duct tape over it to cover it.
Yep. It was all over the Art Basel pages on Twitter.
Those are heroes right there, man.
So when I was doing load in at the Crocker and I left an oil spot on the ground where my van was parked, like, is that an art installation?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
it could be.
Performance art.
No, it's not performance art because my van's gone and I'm not there. There's just like a drop of oil in the cement. Like,
Can you put
if
on
I
a...
circle it and write Epstein didn't kill himself, is that?
Can you
is that
put,
art?
well, hold it. Can you put on a beret and some sunglasses and look really
Dude, who
pretentious?
says I wasn't wearing a beret and sunglasses when I was parking my van?
Well,
there?
you don't even
can't-
have to have it on then. I mean, when you're selling it, you
Yeah,
have
No,
to
I,
have
no,
it.
I
like,
definitely
I-
was. No, I
I
was
assume
definitely
Brony
dressed for the part.
Yeah, I assume Brony Inspector, whenever he drives his van, he has some kind of artist hat, like hat that's stereotypically seen as like, oh, an
fucking
artist
hipster
wears
hat. Yeah, I
and
got a
hipster
hipster hat with
glasses.
glasses on. Usually.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I
That's
was like,
just-
no, I was.
And I've seen someone who looks like that driving around my town in this old beat up van, and I'm like, is that Brony Inspector?
Not that beat up. Shut up.
Like, I've seen that a couple times, and I'm like, is that Brony?
I'm just saying that when it goes down the street, you hear the Sanford and Son theme.
No, I.
And that's when I make sure Percy's inside in the bunker. He hides in the panic room whenever that suspicious guy is around.
You know what? I'm gonna get a spot on the grass at Radwood next year, and y'all gonna be laughing at the other end of your ass, talking all this shit on how janky my van looks.
I'm not talking shit about how janky your
No,
van
it's
looks.
janky
I am.
looking.
I totally
No, I
am.
couldn't. Yeah, like. I couldn't, like, the interior was not done when Anthony wrote. Like, that's all redone now. Like, I'm not. Oh, you'll see when this thing's got a spot on the grass at a car show with really, like, with a lot of janky cars at it. But still, that's not the.
It's gonna have rims on it, Elf.
Oh, no.
I got new wheels and tires since you rode in it, Anthony. So that's actually done.
Okay.
I'm not getting no damn spinners or whatever, but
I got this new candy.
got
Well,
new-
it's not
I
new
got
candy.
new
I got this
factory
candy
direct
Hold it.
that is like crack to me yesterday, and I love it.
So Sheldon,
Track?
if you're still in the fucking goddamn message, to get you into America, the van is so bad. If you hit in it, you could get across the border.
Oh no, I can get Sheldon. No, like that. Does Sheldon want to ride? No, they're not gonna say shit.
I'm not saying it's gonna
Your
get
name
up
is-
to Canada.
Your name is I've actually. We'll see. We'll see. I'll be driving in the van to Canada soon. We will see, won't we?
Okay.
Been inside out the engine on that thing. Like, it runs like a son of a bitch. Like that. 340,000 miles, and it's not planning on giving up anytime soon. You don't get that kind of reliability out of a crappy vehicle. Bottom line.
When I showed Uncle Buck to Rouge, I was totally picturing Bernie Inspector in that car.
Had a Mercury Monterey. It's a good car, Anthony. I don't know why he couldn't get the run-on fixed on that, but my favorite thing in that movie was like, last time you said I love you, I gave you new tires. I never said I love you for tires. It was shocks. I said I love you for shocks. Like,
shock tires.
Do you think Bernie Inspector could use a station wagon? I think so.
Yeah. Oh man, what are we thinking? Like a old like a Torino Woody, or like a Mercury Monterey. Oh, or a Buick. Like oh yeah, like one of those Buick Electra wood grain station wagons. Now you're talking my language. Fuck yeah.
Hey, those are G though, if you think about it.
Well, like. You know the Jesse Pinkman wagon from Breaking Bad? I've had like 4 of those. Like I've had 4 of those cars over my like.
All right,
like,
hold it. Someone get Mark Fauna in the call. What's this about? Okay, this is from Kenosi to Mark Fauna. I hope they know we're streaming, by the way. I know you want your privacy. Well, boy, that's not going to go well for you. I understand that you and I understand as well. But I just want to say that to you, I'm starting to become a better person. And from now on, I'm not going to lie. Not an excuse or anything, and it's serious. I'm starting to be a better person from now on. I can change. That all I'll ever understand is explain about what happened. About Headstrong live stream about FNGR made. Wait, Headstrong of Equestria?
Yeah, it would be that would be the implication there.
Or Headlong. Yeah, definitely.
Headlong. Yeah, like this is no. Now we're doing like name confusion. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me definitely get them. Fauna, marked.
Hello.
Yeah. What's that? Who's this to?
It's from TJ, Ohio Cup Stacking guy.
TJ. Oh, that guy. Oh, okay.
Apparently he has another Deviant Art, and he decided to send me a note for some God knows why reason.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know why.
Okay. I'm confused too. Did
Phase 1, send Anthony a confusing tweet.
Did that one Heat guy ever? Don't do that right now.
No, I'm not. I'm as confused as you are.
Yeah, Spectrum Heat. Did that guy ever keep bugging you afterwards? Out of curiosity.
No, I haven't seen him on Discord actually after that.
Okay, that's good to know. Because I'd still like to find out more about him. Unfortunately, so let's see. Okay, blah blah blah. Never made. I have never in my life, in 18 years of my life, have I ever called Lightning Bliss a C word or made her cry publicly. Oh God, fuck off. Jeez. One individual mentioned that she did say that I still have consequences which I'm going to owning, blah 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 blah. Cup stacking, you make me miss Cloudy Bernie. Anyways.
Jesus.
That's true. God.
Like, I'm ashamed to be.
Yeah.
You know what his cutie mark is? Cup stacking. It's basically a pencil without a point.
At one
It's
point,
a
his
crayon
was
stuck up
just
someone's
a
nostril.
Yeah. TJ is this weird dude named Cup Stacking. For whatever reason, a bunch of big name Bernie's like, this guy's harassing the shit out of us, and I didn't realize what a huge thing. Yeah, Fauna, is he still bothering the crap, or is it just him randomly messaging you now?
It's just him.
I recommend you probably...
Just so everyone gets an idea, there was a point within Brony fandom where no one was safe from Cup Stacking Guy. If you had Brony in your name, whether you were a big name or a small name, this guy was going to start messaging you 24 hours a day. This guy was nuts. Okay.
Well, here's the difference about it. He messaged me like once or twice, and I just remember like he's annoying, so I just stopped responding. But for everybody has that guy that is able to get their goat and
Some guys were able to ignore this guy without an issue. Some people really saw this as a fucking like holy shit, and it was crazy because that's the thing. Like anyone on the internet is used to a random weirdo messaging them from time to time. This one was nuts because he got everyone simultaneously, so it freaked out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Also, like keep that in mind. Like everyone's like, oh weird, he's messaging me too. Like I've known a lot of people in this community who tend to do that.
Cup stacking, if you want to get away with it a little bit longer, maybe try a Russian accent.
Dude. Oh, dude.
It's a cloudy
Mexican accent.
Yeah, it's a cloudy Bernier dig.
Is for stacking cup is fun sport and pastime at the community center.
Oh,
in
Lord
Russia,
have
they
mercy.
beat you if you do not stack up quickly.
Jesus. I guess that's it, Fauna. Thank you. If he keeps bugging you and you need assistance, I guess do you need us to talk to him?
I mean, if you want to, I don't mind. Just thought I'd let people know because he does have a new Deviant Art. So,
Okay.
And Headstrong follows him, so this might be a recipe for disaster.
All right. Well, I'm all ears if it starts to escalate. If you're okay right now, then I guess we could leave it alone.
Oh no, I'm fine. I just
Fuck
thought
that
people
guy.
wanna-
Fuck with it.
All right. Godspeed, Fauna.
Yeah, that guy messaged me too. I was really confused by him. He's like, everybody's everywhere. I have no idea who you are, dude.
Yeah, like, here's the funny thing about cup stacking guy. I remember him messaging me in like 2015 or some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
and then like I remember talking to PBN and being like, there's this fucking weirdo who like stacks cups, and he'd be like, "Oh yes, you got hit by the cup stacking guy. He was around here being real annoying a while ago." Like,
Yeah.
So he's like a Uber like a stalker fan type of thing.
Yes.
oh
Yes.
well, I guess. I mean, some people seem to really. I think he's just like a guy on the internet who's just like wants to, talk about stacking cups and make some pony friends, and is just annoying and weird. Like,
I felt
Damn.
bad, legitimately bad, when he's like, "Oh, you're friends with Solar Flare," and I was like, "Hey, Solar, about this, he's cringy as hell. Get him away from me." I was like, "Oh, damn." It's like that, isn't it?
so you've met Cup Stacker. Yeah, you had that exact moment with someone else. So there's this guy who like stacks cups. Just get rid of him. Oh,
Get away type of deal.
God damn it! Not
Stranger
him again.
danger, stranger danger. Get out of the no-no square.
I've got something for Brony Inspector. I know you don't like talking about this series. Did you see the new Ghostbusters trailer?
I didn't.
It's
Wow.
I've had a lot of people suggest it's like a certain other supernatural show that you don't have a lot of thoughts and opinions
Oh
about.
no!
Yeah.
I'm.
Oh boy, it's very there's.
Oh, you know what, Ghostbusters? But here's the thing about Stranger Things. Ghostbusters, I will allow Ghostbusters to be about itself because it takes place within a cinematic universe where certain suspensions of disbelief are accepted. Stranger Things taking that exact same treatment and going like, yeah, but we're doing 80s nostalgia, like Ghostbusters. It's like, that annoys me. That can't, and that's the thing,
it looks like Stranger Things meets Ghostbusters. It very
I'm
much.
not gonna talk shit on anything Video Bob Mosley's been working on lately.
Okay.
I'm afraid to do it till I see it.
I saw the trailer.
Strictly
I was hyped. It was a bunch of dumb kids like fucking with ghosts, and I was like, looks kind of cool.
The new Ghostbusters is like a bunch of kids fucking with ghosts.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm down with that.
I might not be okay with. Well, you know what? I'm not. No, because Ghostbusters is like
Is there a fat one, a black one, a nerdy one, and then a
No, that's
dick?
not what I'm. No, I was actually gonna get on something else, Anthony. This is way more my fucking egg on it. Ghostbusters is about like one of those stories that's about struggling to get your project done. It's like, just like making the movie Ghostbusters is one of those things that's always like, it's a going into business, trying to hack it in the world kind of story.
Yeah, Tommy C
like
made
the
a post
idea
about
of
that. Yeah, it's about working class America, blah blah blah. And I was like,
well,
oh,
not so much working class America, just like these guys are the only ones who are like, well, we're fucking specialists in our field. We are fucking sick of the fucking rat race that we're in. Let's go into business. Oh, it just so happens like all these ghosts start popping up in New York. Oh, here we are, and we're the only ones who know how to fight them. Let's fucking get this fucking crew started. Like it's a going into business story.
All right.
And
so, response to your question, Hardy pledged me $2. He says it's way better than Ghostbusters 3. I hate to say it, I did the fucking angry video game nerd thing. Everybody bitched so much, I just skipped it. I was
right,
like, eh.
and that's the thing. Like I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm actually.
I'm afraid to talk crap on it because like I've actually seen a few clips from it where I was like, oh, respectable, respectable job.
Saw the first two movies; they were fine. I saw the cartoon, rather enjoyed it, but I'm not like what you would call a diehard Ghostbusters fan.
Here's the thing, like I am. I don't want beef with my local Ghostbusters crew, but here's the thing about Ghostbusters as a fandom, like you want a fandom who's like way tuned into the charity end of things and like showing up at the hospitals and being like helping the sick kids out and raising money for cancer research. Like I don't like to I don't like to rip on the Ghostbusters fandom too much because everyone I've ever met in the Ghostbusters fandom is just like hardcore involved with all the just like most positive things a fandom can be about. Like, no, we make painstaking replicas of everything. Our replicas are perfect. Our charity work is impeccable.
Oh,
our
Now that I've got Brony here in the fan, I want to give it. This is like a heads up to everybody. We're supposedly going to be doing a King of Limbo with Leo Convoy this week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I hope.
About fucking time.
Yeah, I thought so too. Well, we started talking about like the original version of Voltron, and I was like, "This is good pod."
Throwing pod on the floor, No, Anthony will not throw that on the floor.
He's like, the original version had like rape and cannibalism, and I'm like, holy.
No,
fuck.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Throw that away. Yeah,
I thought Voltron
shit.
was the safest.
That
I'm
is
like,
don't tease anymore.
Yeah.
Get ready for everyone.
I was like, I knew about like the murders and stuff, but that goes without saying that would get nerfed out of like the American version. But
No, I just want to hear.
There's some really whacked out, disturbed shit. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So are you down for that one, Bernie?
Well, like just from definitely. Like, I will fucking always go along to co-host to King of Limbo, and like with Leo, it's like I already like talking to Leo, so you know what I mean.
he suggested somebody come along. I'm trying to remember if it was Sam or not.
About what? About Voltron?
For Voltron, yeah.
I remember we
it was Coyote.
Oh, well then, yeah, there we go.
Oh shit, yeah.
Would you like to come along too, Sam? Be our third co-host?
Like Coyote's fucking.
Absolutely, I can
Coyote's
put my own
fucking.
perspective on this.
All right, cool. We've got a crew of like
That's
nostalgia
a
nuts.
Pod right there, yeah. That's fucking pod right there.
All right, when's our deadline?
I'm gonna assume sometime between 7 and 9 Central. I'll probably
Wednesday, right?
Maybe even earlier, 6. Yeah, sometime in there. I'll get
perfect.
back.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, keep me updated. I'll be.
All right, no problem. Fucking
It still brings me joy that I beat Sam's King of Limbo by like 1 view.
That's not. Yeah.
You're such a penis elf. Holy God!
Contest, guys.
I'll make you a medal.
All right. So I also wanted to mention that I know Chicano Brony was asking me, and I was like, maybe next week, man. But I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I shouldn't be dicking around, Leo.
I would actually like I think it's one. I was fucking falling asleep the other night. I'm like, man, Chicano Brony would be just a cool King of Limbo guest because he seems to have all these stories.
Yeah, I was thinking the whole time,
yeah.
I'm like, I literally just gave one to Elf for shits and giggles.
I'm like, Chicano Brony's actually like someone where.
Yeah, you weren't even a regular yet, and I said, fuck it, we're giving Elf one. We're gonna keep this going.
Yeah, you gave it to me purely because I was an elf.
You were nuts.
Oh my
That's
God.
why I was like, screw it, they're nutty and they sound interesting. I know. Spirit
and-
Productions was like, what's going on? I'm like, just go with it.
Fine.
No.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna
felt
make a
so
star.
bad for them.
Yo, I appreciate that, you guys. Much respect.
No,
Gracias.
no doubt, dude. For
Well,
sure.
I'm just assuming since I get co-hosts relevant to that, I'll just get 3 Californians. So let's see.
Right. No, like let's get.
Rouge
fucking-
are... No, yeah,
What's
you're not.
fucking Stitch doing? They're both so that's
Patch
the
is a
old school,
Californian.
the old school fucking Californian and the California newcomer. Like, ooh,
The
that
transplant,
would be
yeah.
Well, then, did
mix,
Patch ever
dude.
fix their Needle? Did they ever fix their connection? Because I definitely would have that. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking good episode right there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No
And
doubt.
they're just a fucking trip on Pod. Like, they always got some fucking new shit to bring up. Like, I'm loving that. Like, I'm loving that combo.
Speaking of future projects, everybody in the chat, I've got to my audio for the next Star Wars video. I think it'll be pretty good. It's going into detail on how I think the new Mandalorian's kind of a scumbag, which is good because that's kind of it's what I kind of want him to be. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
well, look at it this way. Another thing, you saw the prequels, right?
Oh yeah.
If you didn't know better, you wouldn't realize that Anakin's a dickbag.
No, he's the worst dickbag.
Yeah,
like Yoda's
maybe
please
that's what's...
don't fucking no. Yoda's the whole time is like, please don't bring this dickbag on the crew. I get he looks perfect, but we don't need this right now. And then dude's like, I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
And and everyone has to put up with this fucking dickbag Anakin Skywalker the whole rest of the time. And like, yeah, Yoda said not to do it.
Yoda's over there saying, "Fuck you, I was right."
Right. Yeah, no, please don't. You know what? You're already actually doing you're already doing a bad job with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and now I'm gonna have to trust him to do a good job with this dick. Hey, dickbag, why don't you keep dickbag out of our way? That should be my only job, Master Yoda.
I've seen a lot of videos explaining how Yoda's a moron. He's the one who
Yoda's fucking Yoda's not a moron. Yoda's like, if
canonically
fucking
he didn't think that the Sith were that big of a deal.
Yeah, here's what he really thought. He thought, well, canonically, fucking Kenobi and Skywalker are both gonna get fucking killed in the Clone Wars, but somehow they survived. And then he was like, well, I guess I'll go be a hermit. And then Kenobi was like, guess I'll go be a hermit. Like, they went into hiding because they both like, fuck this up, did I? Holy crap! Yoda wanted me to die.
I saw another video that was kind of interesting. You remember Count Dooku?
They're both their dudes, knowing they're sitting on borrowed time. So yeah, I get how that
You remember Count Dooku, right?
Mm-hmm.
When fucking Mace Windu broke in the fucking room and he holds up the fucking lightsaber to fucking Jango's throat.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me until I saw the video. I was like, he had a free shot on Dooku. He totally did.
Yeah.
And it's because he was so respected and shit. They're like, well, he can't. This is a misunderstanding.
No.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, well, and this is like Dooku, the guy who was like, well, diplomatically, I've got. I saved the most ancient of some of our species. Like, no one knows how my spaceship works. That's how boss I am. Like, this guy was such a boss. Yeah. Dooku was such a boss that the Jedis were like, yeah, we take orders from these guys. You know that, right? Yeah. Like,
he was a straight G, like, man.
Oh,
he was a
this
straight
whole
fucking G.
temple here, who do you think fucking paid for that, dude? Like, we got, like, we're not paying our power bill here on Coruscant. Who do you think is hooking us up? Like,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no doubt. Like when like he's like, no, of course he had a shot at Dooku. They were just like underestimating the dark side of the Force. Because they were like, but good guys are we? Lose we cannot. And like, yeah, lose you can.
I mean, let's be honest. That was their first, hiccup right there.
Let's say that, like, no, we play this class. This is like why religions are just like picking a class in a video game. That's why it's the same exact shit where, like, these Jedis are like, no, we chose the light side of the Force, and we're the good guys in our mind. And I'm like, yeah, but what if these ideals fucking wind up getting your friends shot time and time again? I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, no, you must believe. Like, that's how any religious group works, where, like, the Sith are like, what if your fucking mom could live forever and didn't have to die? Wouldn't that be cool? She'd rather do that. Yeah, she would. She loves Christmas. She loves Life Day or whatever. No, sorry, like in Star Wars. Like, yeah. Like, what if you could know everything and your brain were really that smart? Like the dark side, like there's plenty of Sith guys who tried to do things, and it's just like, it's funny that, like, well, order to the Force or order to the galaxy. Is that the false choice we have here? Because like the Mandalorian are gonna wind up being the fucking space Roans who play by their own rules without an empire around. Like, oh, your fucking trade guild became the only thing that mattered. You're like, well, I guess the corporate sector and actual fucking Star Wars thing. Like, I guess the corporate sector and the Guild of Bounty Hunters and the Intergalactic Banking Foundation are the big winners. Rebellion, when the rebellion collapses the empire. Like,
Are we creating fucking Star Wars?
I'm not creating this. This is all legit in-universe Star Wars.
Hold it. When you don't have bullshit that literally like materializes out of nothing like Star Trek does, you can't rely on communism because it doesn't work.
Because it's gonna keep getting because a bunch of farmers are gonna keep fucking kicking you to death, just like in Italy. Yes, exactly.
Oh, fuck.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, I love this universe because it's just like, well, like, I love Werner Herzog's character because he's like, yeah, I rose to power under the fucking system that I was born into. Like, you want me to just, oh yeah, let me just give that up. Oh, I'm sorry. Imperial credits and valuable MacGuffinite aren't good enough for you. I just want to keep the space baby in a coma. Like, he's still the good guy in his own book.
Well, how much do you know about Android in Star Wars?
A lot. Well, and not maybe, I don't know. What are we talking about here? Enough.
The big black torture ball that was about to work on the fucking baby.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
I mean,
I am.
No, that's an interrogation droid. The torture ball was that console that they. It's that is okay. It'll shock you. It'll shock the shit out of you.
So, some of the things I've looked up is that it can render flesh, sender bone. It does all kinds of like electroshock therapy.
It does. It shocks you. Like, here's the thing. The first thing, it's a droid. The first thing it's going to do is inject you with sodium pentothal. And then you're going to say whatever you want. And then after that, if that doesn't work, first it's going to start giving you, amped up, electric shocks. And if you're not talking after that, like, it's been proven that enhanced interrogation doesn't work. So building a robot that does this just is kind of...
From the articles that I read, it'll start going after the sensitive spots on your body, including the groin.
Right,
and so
no,
forth.
why, if I were a fucking robot, why wouldn't I just fucking send a brainwave into you that made you like a real interrogation droid? Like,
well, here's another thing when I started thinking about it. Like, well, it's not trying to get the Yoda to talk. Maybe it's trying to get it to show the Force. Yeah, maybe I'll torture this thing until it starts Force pushing and shit.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it definitely knows to protect itself. Like a 3-year-old consciousness would run from this. So if I zap it with 80 hertz or whatever, like zap, push back. Like, okay, cool. Observation's done. It used this much of the force to crush the interrogation droid. Like that. Like, it's, the fucking thing has a flow chart. Now, the first thing it'll do is fucking give you the fucking shot, and then clearly it was as fucking knocked the fuck out from the chemicals. It was like, nope, I like sodium pentothal. It makes me so drowsy. That's all you're gonna get out of me.
We don't know if that thing had been working on it for a while, so that's another thing.
we have no idea. We have no idea what Baby Yoda went through. I'm just saying, if Baby Yoda rolls like I do, it just went to sleep after the shot was administered, and there was nothing else we could do besides like, oh fuck, did we kill it? No, he just really likes sodium pentothal, dude.
He's just chilling right now.
It's just sitting there like, hey, get me a frog while you're at it.
You thought I was gonna talk? I think the flavor of frogs is delicious. That's the god honest truth. I like naps and frogs. And
you know what voice is gonna come out of that kid when it starts to talk? It's gonna be Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Hey,
oh my god!
I am space Yoda. I'm space baby the whole time.
Oh
Here
my
I
fucking
am. I was
god!
space baby the whole time.
Oh, I can't! I can't!
Yeah.
Can I offer you a boiled egg?
Why does he sound like creepy reading?
Yeah, because oh shit, I want Danny DeVito to play creepy now.
Oh my!
I do too. That sounds amazing. At least the voice.
Because that soulfulness, because we love Danny DeVito for his soulfulness, and I know that if anyone could capture, like, we rip on creepy so much, I don't think it's like no one gets why like, no, we still like I still like the guy. Only Danny DeVito could capture that, just the soulfulness of the guy, where it's just like, wow, he's fucking up real bad right now. No, it's like I said, like, I hate fucking ripping on the guy's anxiety because, like, I'm like, it's like, you know, they say the heart watches while the brain burns. Like, you can just see him there, just like, like in his heart, he wants to do the right thing, but his mind is just like on fire right now, and he can't put it out as much as he would like to. And DeVito could capture that.
You're
for real.
You're making him sound like Morty, for crying out loud.
He is a Morty. He's definitely a Morty. That's nothing wrong with that analogy.
I now want to watch your Tuesday sitcom.
Like.
Oh Lord, have mercy on us all.
Oh God, I everyone was just like, oh God. Like, I think about Babsky, I was like, was I like Rick levels of mean to him? When I was,
yes, you totally
holy
were.
shit, I had good lines and everything. Like,
I think that's why I didn't stop you. It was too funny, and I was like,
and then Theo was also like, should we stop him? And then Theo's just like, you Helen knew. Like,
I was able to read the room.
Didn't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, you Helen knew. Like, that's like, Theo's been going to cons his whole adult life. Like, I didn't know. Yeah, because Helen knew. Like,
Theo looked up at him and said, "Pick a hand."
Yeah.
All right, let's stop. New topic.
No, like,
Lord.
this thing, like, I hate, like, oh shit, I was that mean to him, but I love the guy. Why would I do
he's
that?
cool. I love him. Yeah,
because
no
it
shit.
was happening.
Oh,
Oh,
damn,
that
this
is
is
a bit
fucking
like
hilarious.
Yeah, he is a bit of a Morty, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. You can't have Rick and Morty without Morty.
Yeah. I just imagine, like,
went from
I'm
Ghostbusters to Danny
I'm
DeVito. What a
imagining
line.
Brony Inspector on the
Yeah.
Castle of Ricks, and fucking creepy reading tries to stand next to him. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Whoa!
Whoa! There's the kids' table over there.
Wow. Damn, y'all really
kidding.
going on in this fool, man. Holy shit.
No, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to see Creepy again.
I
honestly.
hope so too. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah,
shit.
like I'm not. I am not. It was just like you just had to be there.
Yeah.
Like and that's the thing. Like, it's always gonna come off as just like, this is the story you can't retell.
Like, I hope you bring your phone this time.
I'm getting a burner phone specifically for BabsCon this time.
All right. Just bring it. Fucking hang it around your neck like my old man does.
God
Jesus.
damn it. I gotta hang so much shit around my neck already after losing my keys at that FurryCon. Like, I'm so fucking worried about losing shit. I really don't want to
Rouge
fucking
has busted my ass for losing crap. Fucking holy shit.
It's not like any of y'all got my fucking number already. If I get a fucking burner phone, if I go to Metro and spend $40 on a burner phone for BabsCon, then
a burner phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna. You know, I could just bring my phone, I guess. I like playing on hard mode, Anthony. I'm sick of this pussy. I got a phone. I'm at a con. Shit.
God.
Go to a con with their phone. That's easy mode. You playing on easy mode.
Bernie.
Oh, let me just check Telegram. Oh, let me just check Discord. Oh, let me just check Twitter. You're just fucking getting everyone else to do all the legwork for you. When, like, here's the thing. Like, here, try to go to fucking dinner. Try to get 5 people together to go to dinner at a con and let them all have their phones. You won't wind up going because they'll all keep getting messages like, oh, and one person will be like, so-and-so wanted to go to dinner with this group. I'm going to go with them.
No.
And then they bounce. And then the next person goes like, looks like we were supposed to meet at the atrium, not the escalator. And then they bounce. And
Well,
like,
you don't have to worry about me with that, Bernie, because I'm
whereas the people who you just got a verbal confirmation with who aren't fucking with the phones are like, all right, 6 o'clock escalator, we're going to dinner, sushi on me, like whatever. Then those people show up and you're all in the same fucking building. What the fuck do you need phones for? 5 minutes of walking, you can find the person you need to talk to.
I was about to say, I know you're going to be faster than everybody else, and me being a fat guy.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, like Mr. fucking Fast Walker over here. Oh, like I've never heard that before. Whatever. Yeah.
What? It's a good thing. I'm saying
Yes. No, I get because I play no phone.
Play no phone.
Yeah, I might actually try to go up there to BabsCon. It seems like it's fun as hell.
Oh, it is.
Just to see how it is once.
Dude, you've got to fucking come to BabsCon. No, don't not come. I'm bringing all the liquor. I got a slushy maker, dude. Come on.
You gonna bust out the jungle juice?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well,
That's
yes.
rough.
That would be as par for tradition.
Have you ever made jungle juice at a con?
There's always a willing and non. I've never had to. I've definitely drunk it.
You don't need a lot of it. You really
don't. No, I was like, that's always the last thing I do at a MLP gathering is the jungle juice. And I'm like, well, Bob's Burgers got that weirdly right. How strong is this? Like,
strong enough.
It's well, and the smooze was pretty much the jungle juice recipe with fucking Jello added in, and I just didn't put every kind of liquor unless you requested it. So I've definitely done frozen Mercum was a fucking hit. Everyone loves that drink.
Wow, that's a hell of a fucking title for a drink, man. God damn.
Well, I just need a dumb, stupid horse-related title for a fucking Long Island fucking.
I'm looking forward to what'd you call it, garbage cans? The Red Bull.
It's called
and
a
Long
trash can usually, yeah. Same thing, but I'm basically making a trash can in the slushy maker this year. It's gonna be crazy.
Wow.
Fuck it, I'm gonna take my ass all the way from the south all the way up there just to have fun and kick it with.
I thought we were in South California. My bad. Shit.
No, you're in the Bay Area.
Okay.
California's in three fucking parts. It's the huge desolate area in one major metropolitan area known as Northern California, the huge desolate area in one major metropolitan area known as the Bay Area, and the huge desolate area in one major metropolitan area known as Southern California. And those are the three parts of California. The major metropolitan areas being Sacramento, San Jose, and Los Angeles, respectively.
Nice.
So we were in the Bay Area when we were at BabsCon, and that was the funny thing where I could always tell people from, just anywhere else, and not from California, who were like, oh, this isn't Southern California? No, not quite. Not quite. You're about 6 hours away from Southern California, as Burlingame says. Yeah. Like, Creepy was like, I got some SoCal friends who want me to go visit them. I'm like, it's like a 6-hour drive, dude. Good luck with that. And he'd be like, what? What do you mean? It's like, it's in California. They're right there. I'm like, no, they're not right there. They're 6 hours away. And he wouldn't, like, he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's whether we're like, we think like, oh, you're California, same state. It's like driving it between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Oh, it's just a 4-hour drive, right?
I'm definitely ordering the car this time.
Driving between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia is like, what? I can get you. You want a car, Anthony? I get you. You need a car. We get you a car. I'll bring you an extra car to BabsCon. What? You need a car?
Okay, sure.
No, go. Please rent a car. I don't. Like,
all right,
I was just gonna be like, I need an even worse hoopty for Anthony to drive.
Fuck you.
Oh damn.
Like, you know what? Like, what I'm gonna do there is just like.
Pimped out piece of shit.
It was gonna be bad. Like,
you gonna get him the Pinto from Friday, man?
No, I don't even know nothing that good.
The
I was thinking like no, I was gonna try to get like a like a busted ass Ford Escort from the early 2000s. Like, let me think what else. Oh my God, Pete's truck. Oh God, that's perfect. Yeah. No, my F-250. My F-250. Get that up there. Like, okay, now it's a diesel. So do you know how to start a diesel? You turn the key. No, not exactly. Oh God damn it. So you turn the key to the on position and wait till the light turns off, and then you crank it. Now it's not gonna fire the first time, so you're gonna want to crank it again.
Fuck.
Oh God, I might just do that. No, you don't need a car. You can use the F-250. That'll be fine. It's got no paint on it, and it's that old 6.9 liter diesel, man. It's a fantastic motor. I don't care what it's the school bus engine. I don't care what anyone says. The 7 liters a much better pickup truck engine. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought
like
it would have been
school
cool
bus
to be. Yeah. There's nothing next to the hotel, and I was like, yeah.
No, Anthony's just like, I want to drive that Hyundai Elantra again. God, that was nice. Like, you just want to rent a car because you're like,
it was so easy and it was affordable.
For one day, you're like, I can afford for 3 days to fucking stay. I'm gonna be at the nice hotel room, and I'm gonna have the nice rental car.
Yeah.
And if me and my girlfriend want to get the fuck out of here, I'm gonna be able to do it. It's not gonna be Inspector's hoopty. You clearly need to rent a car. I'm just.
Yeah, I definitely want to make Rouge completely happy for those days.
Comfortable and easy, and like that fucking Elantra is way nicer than it has any business being. When the fuck did Hyundai start making good cars? Seriously, what the fuck? Just what the fuck?
I saw a bad experience from my goddamn Tiburon.
No, they never made good cars until just now, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how good that thing was.
I know. It's just it has no business.
That was
being
the
that
gem
good.
of fucking Massachusetts. Was the car.
And it's just like, and you can thank the Koreans for that. That had nothing to do with Massachusetts. Everyone in Massachusetts thinks Subarus are the best fucking small car to get right now. They're not. Get a fucking Hyundai. They're a fucking bargain. Like, and I don't like. It's so weird being at a point where you're saying that, where like, yeah, it was like the new Kia whatever. That thing's fucking self-driving. You can get fucking self-driving in a cheap fucking car. It'll fucking keep you in the lane on the highway. No business being that good. Korean cars are where Japanese cars were in the 90s. Japanese cars are where American cars were in the 60s. Think about that for a minute.
All right.
Now I'm thinking hard on that because I just got a Japanese car.
Well, yeah, what'd you get?
I'm a Honda Civic Si.
Oh, what year?
2019.
You got, oh, yeah, exactly. So do you like having just like the pinnacle of Japanese make the best cars right now. I don't like the styling of that SI, but it must drive fucking great, right?
I like the style. It was a lot better than my goddamn Mini.
No, I'm not even. Oh, well, that's subject. That's because styling is absolutely subjective. As a quality